Is that you, Comrade?
Yes, it is. Thank you for having me on.
Hey, buddy.
How are
Yep,
you?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. And you saw Shorty's adventures in the stream.
Okay, I don't know who they are. Sorry.
Yeah, you met Shorty's adventures, and you met Zombie Prepper too, I believe. But how you
Maybe.
been, man? Yeah,
I'm okay.
yep. And you're a moderator on the channel again. That's good. So who's the POS advisor? Who is that? You know who that is?
No.
No. Well, I don't know either. But what did you think of all the new people, all those new people that was on the stream the other day? Did you like them?
I guess they're okay.
That's cool. Yep. A lot of them are Filipino. We got one person from Thailand. Um, think we might have another person from Brazil. I think Brazil. I know we have a person from Italy that watches. Doesn't chat but watches. I mean, a lot of good stuff going on the channel, man. And I'm not gonna have it, have it get derailed or anything because of some nonsense. You know.
Well, if you're attracting an international audience, I don't know. I guess drama can occur in new ways.
Well, I understand that, but at the same time, I don't want the same old nonsense that's been going on for 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean? It does get kind of old and everything, but oh well.
I
What
mean,
do
if
you
you
do?
attract a bunch of viewers from, the Palestinian region, they may have strong opinions about Israel.
No, 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 no. I haven't attracted them yet. They haven't come over. A lot of people like from Israel haven't really come to my channel yet. But so far everything seems to be going well. We haven't had any issues or any fights or anything.
That's
But
cool.
yeah. But but yeah. Anything new happening with you?
Oh, I just had a guy I met on Grinder. I mean, he's on my community wall right now.
Grinder.
Oh, it's a dating app.
Oh.
Yeah, a gay dating app. There's a guy on my community wall that I met through there.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm. That's something that I've that I've always wondered. How does a man know if he's like if he's gay? How does that happen? Is it something that you feel, or is it something that you like? How do you know if if you're, because I've always wondered that.
I mean, how do
Is
you
it
know that you like women?
women are, well, see, as a blind person, that's kind of different. It's like, okay, um I just I'm attracted to the female voice, I guess you could say, to the
Okay.
female voice. Yeah. But like with is it like I don't know. It, like, for you, what's it? Is it the look of a man? Because you can see. I can't. I can't. Like, this is where people get me confused. They're like, "Well, how can you be attracted to someone if you can't see?" Right?
Well, I go both ways. So
Okay.
yeah, people are hot. People are hot.
Right. Okay. That's. I understand that. That makes sense. That makes sense.
But yeah, yeah. My recent date, a funny dude. He exists as a funny dude.
Existing funny dude? Is
No,
that who
not
you're talking? Oh, oh,
or am
that's.
I? I don't know.
Oh my God. You know, I often wonder. Um, do you see us in the future having a gay president?
I think I don't know. I'm trying to think of his name, like Robert Cleveland. He was rumored to be gay.
Really? Grover Cleveland.
I'm trying to think of it if that was his name. And there was one that wasn't married, and he was rumored to actually have been gay.
Huh. Wow. And you know what really upsets a lot of King James version people when you tell them this, because I actually found this out, is that King James, the guy that wrote the King James Bible, he actually had a male relationship with a guy.
Well, I mean, thing is like when you conflate Old English and biblical language, you come into a linguistical error when it comes to gender.
Mhm.
Because the word woman has nothing to
Mhm.
do with womb. It's an Old English word for wifeman or wifeman.
Yeah.
So if a man sees me as a trans woman as his wife,
Yeah.
then linguistically I am all woman.
Mm.
It's a linguistical thing.
Yeah. Well, where do you get womb? Because
Uh,
it's
it's a conflation. It's a confusion based on
yeah.
it's a linguistical error that's conflated because they conflated the Latin and the Old English, and it all got mixed up over hundreds of years of theology.
Well, yeah. Well, and really, be- before that, you had the Renaissance. Well, actually, no. If you go before the Renaissance, you had the Middle Ages. Then you had the Renaissance, and then during the Renaissance, the 1500s, you had the Protestant Reformation, which that's where the King James version grew out of that. But what a lot of people don't realize is that the Catholics, they developed their own English Bible, the Dewey Reims translation. And actually, you brought up a good point when you said that the Old English can be mistranslated, because my former history teacher, who recently passed away, I went over to his house one time, and I was actually in college. He was my college professor, and I went over to his house one time, and he actually showed me in the King James Bible. He had an early version of the King James Bible, and it had the apocryphal deuterocanonical books in it, and it had a translation error where it said, instead of the children shall be filled, it said the children shall be killed. That instead of putting an F, somebody put a K in there, and they ended up screwing up the entire translation. So, you know, that's where a lot of people get mad at me, because when I tell them that, that the King James version is not really that accurate, they're like, "Oh, how can you say that? How can you say that?" And I'm like, "Well, through years of study, and not only that, you know, I have a doctorate degree in this stuff, so I should know this stuff, right? I mean, come on."
Well, I mean, I think most Protestant theologians, prefer the New American Standard Version, anyways.
Oh yeah, the new American, yeah, 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 the
So
new
I mean,
American.
I don't know. It's just you
Well,
have some
I,
backwoods people who
well,
just like
actually,
who only read the King James Bible.
yeah, the new. Well, actually, it's the Revised Standard Edition. You're thinking about the New International Version.
No, no, no. I'm talking about the New American Standard Version. That's like a theologian thing because like
Oh.
I'm
Okay.
talking about like theology students and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, there's so many different translations out there. It's not even funny. Um,
I
the
don't know.
Moppet.
Apparently, when
Go
it,
ahead.
according to them, apparently, the Hebrew and Greek, they translate well into that English version better than other versions or something.
Yeah. Um, actually, I actually know. I actually know of a guy that actually wrote. Um, he was a pastor, and he actually wrote um the Message Bible. He wrote the Message Bible, and then another guy wrote the Passion Bible. Um, and really, I didn't have to take. Oddly enough, when I was in seminary, I didn't have to take English. I didn't have to take Hebrew or Greek. I didn't have to take that. I wanted to take Hebrew, but the seminaries was like, well, it requires a lot of writing, and you wouldn't be able to see, so we're not. We're just going to exempt you from that. And I'm like, okay.
Okay. I gotta go. My battery's really low.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on, though. Appreciate it.
Welcome.